Hello and welcome to my first Get Ready With Me. So I took my shower and back and I'm going to do my makeup. I'm not going to talk through it. It's a lot of background noise right now upstairs, so I'm just going to do it and add some captions and then I'll show you the finished result. Okay, this is the Age Rewind. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I love it. You just click it a few times and it has a sponge on the end and you can just rub it where you need it and blend it in. I like to make triangles under my eye, under my mouth, around my nose, and under my nose or above my upper lip. And I pretty much put concealer anywhere where I have darker areas that I don't want to show through my makeup. And now I'm taking my blender ball and I'm just patting that. I don't know how many times I pat it, but I'm just patting it until it's blended in. And I know it's blended in when it's not just sitting there looking liquidy, but it's pretty much one with my skin. I don't know why I make faces like it hurts sometimes, but just ignore that. I'm okay. I didn't know I made so many faces till I started making YouTube videos. And this is my third channel. I'd wanted to start all over and fresh again. My other channel was about fashion design and making clothing. And I just wanted to start over again. And I noticed I had another dark area under my chin. And I needed some more under my lip. So I didn't do any more clicks or bring any more liquid up to the top. It still had some in the sponge, so I just added some more so I can make sure to get all of those dark areas before I put my foundation on, because they will show through and it'll look like I have a mustache I'm trying to hide under my makeup, or a 5 o'clock shadow or something. You would just be able to tell that there are some darker areas. And I guess that's why they call it concealer, because I want to conceal those areas. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm just patting and blending it out. Okay. And I'm taking my round applicator sponges. And I'm not taking the round applicator right now. I'm taking the little triangle piece that holds them together. It's a smaller sponge. And I'm using my NYX eyeshadow base. And I like to use white because it gives me a nice coverage over the areas under, and gives me a nice area for the eyeshadow to stick to. Because I've noticed that if I don't use the eyeshadow base, my eyeshadow would pretty much rub off in a couple of hours throughout the day. But if I use a base, the eyeshadow has something to stick to. And so that helps it to last longer. And it makes the color pop if I have a nice white base. And that is the NYX eyeshadow base. I got this from Amazon also. And now this is the Shany eyeshadow blush palette. And I'm going to take one of my smaller brushes. I like to have just one brush that I put dark colors on so I don't mess up my other brushes. And I'm going to take a shimmery black here in the corner. And I'm going to make little triangles in the corner of my eyes. And this is going to help me to get a smoky eye effect in the end. I'm just making little circles with the tip of my brush, but I'm making a triangle right there in the corner of both eyes. And I'm not going to let any of the eyeshadow touch the black right now. And I'm going to take another one of my brushes. And I like this brush because it has a little sponge on it, like the applicator sponges. It's kind of hard to wash though. But I'm going to take a gold, shimmery gold. It was right above the black. And I'm going to put that right under my brow. And that's my little ring light that's just helping me to get more light on my palette. You should never do your makeup if you can't see well or you don't have good lighting, because once you go outside, people will be able to tell you did your makeup in the dark for sure. And I'm sitting in front of a huge makeup mirror, but I still need more light when I get in close because I really like to see what I'm doing. And this is just going to give me a highlight under my brow. I'm not touching my brow, I'm just putting it right underneath, and then I'm working it down some, and then I'm blending it in. And I'm doing the exact same thing to my other eye. Putting the gold highlight under my brow and bringing it down. When I do my eyeshadow, I normally like to start at the top under my brow and work my way down to my eyelashes. And I'm taking my Shany palette again, and I'm going to take a pink. It's not a hot pink, it's not a baby soft pink, it's just a regular pink. And I'm taking the other side of my applicator sponge, And I'm taking a little bit of that color and I am working it into the crease of my eye, right underneath of that gold highlight. And I'm blending that down. Pat, 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 blending it down. I love wearing pink. It makes me feel girly and pretty and feminine. And I have to be careful when I incorporate it into my makeup because the wrong shade of pink on my skin color can look really tacky and horrible. So I normally go for a darker or hot pink. Okay, and now I'm taking the L'Oreal Paris, and I like this. This is a dark British pink, and it has some shimmery sparkles in it, and it's really heavy pigmented. I'm gonna take a small, medium-sized brush. And I'm just using an old pillowcase that I don't use anymore to protect my dress so it doesn't get messed up and I'm not walking around on Thanksgiving with makeup all over my dress. And I'm loading my brush up with that because that's going to be the last color that I use for my eyeshadow. And this color, just in case you're interested, is 557. Or I think it also might be 50R100. There's two numbers on it, so it's either 557. I think that might be what it is. And this is the 24-hour infallible collection from L'Oreal Paris. And I also got this at Walmart. And I really want this color to be brighter and show more than the other two colors I put on. But I also want to make sure it's well blended over the black. So now I'm blending that color over the black so I could get that smoky eye that I'm going for. I'm doing the same thing on the other eye. I'm putting that right under the pink that I put in my brow. And I brushed it down over the black so I could get a smoky eye. And now I'm putting it under the bottom lashes. And bringing it into that black so I could keep the smoky eye on the bottom too. And doing makeup is just like doing anything else you do. You have to practice. I've only been wearing makeup 6 years. I wasn't allowed to wear it growing up, and I didn't really wear it when I got older because I didn't know how to use it. But thanks to YouTube and my friends, I learned the basics and I practice and practice. And now I'm taking a clean brush that I haven't used with anything else, and I'm just blending all of those colors together, and I'm bringing that that infallible color really down over that black blending it into the black so I could get that smoky eye look that I want in the corner of my eyes. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, blending all of those colors into the black so it's not so obvious. I put a black triangle. I just wanted it to be a nice smoky eye effect. So I'm blending those colors into that black as much as I can with a small circular brush. None of my brushes have numbers on them because I got them on Amazon. We're from a company. I just like them. I just like them because they had white handles and pink. And I just needed some makeup brushes. These are my first makeup brushes. I've added a few since then. And this is my e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that to do a bold line above my eye. I was going to do a cat eye, but I decided to keep it a little bit more simple for Thanksgiving. And I just brought it into the corner. But I did want it a little bit thick, that line above my eye. And I really had to practice when I started using this liquid liner. But I've got a really good tip to just use the very, very tip of the brush to do like an outline and go back in and kind of bring more of the... Okay, so I'm just using my liquid liner. I've gotten that done. I'm kind of crazy perfectionist about the liquid liner. I like to have a sharp, bold eye liner above my eye, my upper lid. So that's just checking myself out. Holding my eye open, doing my eye makeup, my eyes tend to water some, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just dabbing my eyes as they water. And the eyes are pretty much done. And I'm just going to get that moisture out of my eye from holding my eye open so it doesn't get into my makeup. And I'm going to put concealer under my eye again. I have a lot of fallout that happens because of my eyeshadow flakes falling on my concealer under my eye. So I just go back over it with my Age Rewind concealer. And I bring it around to the sides also so I could get that sharp line that I want. And it helps give me that effect that I want, which is the smoky eye for this look. And I'm just patting, blending the concealer into my skin. And there was a lot of patting going on, but I had to cut some of it out because it would have been a very long video if I show you exactly how long it takes me to blend out my makeup. And you just have to do what works best for you when you do your makeup. And see right here, I felt like my eyeshadow needed to be blended a little bit better. So that's what I'm doing on my right eye. I'm just blending it a little bit better. And I had tried to use one of my bottles of Fit foundation and it was empty. So that's what that was just about. And so I had to open up a new bottle. And I'm using the 358 shade. It's called a latte. And this is the, let's see, the Maybelline New York Fit Me collection foundation in the color 358, or latte, the liquid foundation. And I take one of my circle sponges, and like I think I might have said or not said, I kind of remember. I don't know what I just said earlier, but I get these sponges from Walmart. They're the Equate brand, and they work just as good as the expensive sponges to blend out. They cost me 98 cents. I think I get about 12 or 20, 12 to 20 puffs sometimes in the bag. And as you see, I was using the little stars that were connecting the sponges. I use everything. You don't have to spend a lot of money to use makeup. I have very, very sensitive skin. I have rosacea, so it basically gives me acne if I don't take very good care of my skin. I can't use things that would make me have inflammation. And this Maybelline Fit Me is hyperallergenic, and it's safe for my skin. This is the and it says that is normal to oily. So I cannot use cheap makeup that breaks me out, but I'm not going to spend hundreds if I don't have to. But I just get what works best for me and what I can afford. Excuse me. And this Maybelline Fit Me New York collection works with me. So I'm just put a little bit in the middle of the circle sponge, and I make sure to cover my face with it, and then I pat, and I blend it out. I have a mole that's on the upper left hand corner of my forehead, and I don't like to cover that up when I'm doing my makeup. I think it's something that is unique about me and that I don't want to cover up with makeup. I don't really feel like it's a flaw. I feel like it adds to my beauty. That's what I think. And I do think I'm beautiful, and you should too. And I've heard some women do this with their freckles. They don't entirely cover up their freckles when they do their makeup. Some people have been letting their freckles show through. And I didn't know other people were thinking the same way that I'm thinking, that it's not an imperfection, and to not cover it up because it makes you different and special. I'm just making sure I'm getting my whole face. There's a lot of family upstairs visiting for Thanksgiving, and if you hear a lot of footsteps and thumps, that's what that is. So that's why I didn't want to talk to while I was doing the video, because it would have been a lot of background noise. So I decided to just do a voiceover at the end, and that's good too, because then I didn't have to worry about talking and concentrating on talking and making the video at the same time. I could just focus on one thing at a time. you want to know what I'm listening to, I have a Fire Stick on my TV that's next to me. That's what I'm sitting next to. And I have Pandora, and that's the Elf Kabuki brush. Elf Kabuki. It's a short, thick brush that I use to put on my powder. I put that powder over my liquid foundation, and this is my powder foundation. And this is the Maybelline New York Fit Me collection, also in the color 330 Toffee. It's the matte poreless, normal to oily. And I just load my brush up with it, my Kabuki brush. And I lightly go over all my face, and then I work it in. I try to blend it in a little bit with that Kabuki brush. Blending, but not working too heavy with the Kabuki brush. I just like to introduce it to the skin, not push it in. Because that's what I'm going to use my blender ball for. I'm just making sure that I get it right now, that I'm getting the powder foundation on the skin, but I'm not going too heavy with my hand. Taking that Shani, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but Shani, I'm just going to call it Shani. You guys tell me how to say it. And I'm going to take a blush color. It's a dark pink, kind of like a mauve color. And I'm going to take, this is actually the only brush that I have with a number on it. This is the LA Professional Powder brush. And I'm putting the blush on the apples of my cheek and brushing it back. And that's why I'm smiling, so I can know where the apples of my cheeks are. I'm just doing some circles on my big pretty cheeks of mine. And I'm putting a little bit on my forehead, my nose, and my chin. And it just gives me a little bit of warmth and color and character back in my face after I put on the foundation, because you kind of look like a blank canvas if you don't put on blush after you put on your foundation. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting a little bit of blush, and now I'm using my blender ball, a clean part of my blender ball, to pat, not rubbing but patting, and blending my makeup together. And now I'm going to take my Remington flat iron and warm it up. 455 degrees. This is the e.l.f. bronzer. I'm using that to highlight certain areas of my face, and it has some little shimmery. If you notice, there's a little trend going here, and that's that I love shimmery things. I love glitter. I love to shine. I like to look like a elf or a fairy when I get done doing my makeup. I like to shine. Nothing wrong with that. I'm putting it right above my blush. And again, this gives my face some warmth back into it. And it just gives it some shine. It makes it look like I was kissed by the sun when I get done. It makes my eyes sparkle. And now I'm taking a new product I've never used before, and that's the LA Ice Pigment Powder. And this is in the color of Glam. And this kind of reminded me of that product by Rihanna that is purple that gives you a highlight. And that's the first thing I saw when I saw it in the store. I got it from Family Dollar. Yes, I shop at Family Dollar. I ain't ashamed to say it. And this is my first time using it. I'm trying to get away from using my finger to blend out, but since I was at the end and I wasn't going to use another color after that, I just went ahead and took my finger and blended that right into the corner, right under my eyebrows and the bridge of my nose, and it's in the tip of my nose. It's just going to give me that sun-kissed dewy look that I like so much. Just make me shine like a fairy. In my cheeks, corners of my eyes. I'm going to put it right in the inner eye. And blend it in as much as I can. And now I'm going to take it and just pat, blend it all in. Now I'm going to take this Physicians Formula setting spray. I just started using this a couple months ago and I have to say I love it. It's the Physicians Formula Instant Ready Setting Spray. And I'm just doing a few light sprays over my face. I might put on a tad too much, but that's okay. I had to really fan myself a little bit longer than you just saw. And what this does is it sets your makeup. It keeps it looking great a little bit longer than it would have if you didn't use it. And it also puts hydration back in my face after I put on makeup, so it doesn't feel cakey and hard and dry like your face can feel after you put on makeup. And now I'm going to take, for my lips, the Powder Puff NYX formula. And it's just like the concealer has a sponge on the bottom. And I squeeze it instead of clicking. And the lip color, it kind of makes me want to call it a lip stain. Because you don't really need to touch it up as much as you would have like with lipstick. And I make sure I really get my lips covered with it. I work it in with that sponge on the tip. And this is the NYX Professional Makeup. I got it from Sephora. The Powder Puff Lippy Lip Cream. And it's in the color Teenage Dream. And I'm going to take my old pillowcase now that I'm done. And I'm going to blot with it. And I had to wipe it a little bit more. I like it on my lips, but I just don't like it to sit too heavy and thick. Because sometimes it gets on my teeth. And I think it stains my teeth. So I make sure I wipe it off pretty well. And you see my lips are stained now, just like I like. And it's kind of a matte color. And I take the NYX, I keep calling it NYX. The NYX Lingerie Lip Gloss. It's so moisturizing and hydrating for your lips. But it gives you that high glossy shine that you like on your lips. That I like on my lips. How about that? And I really make sure I mix it in well with the lip cream. And that's exactly how I like my lips. this is pretty much how it looks in the end. Kind of feeling myself, feeling kind of pretty. I'm showing you my smoky eye, my blush, my highlight. I'm showing you everything. And I thought it was time to do my hair in flat iron. Then I realized, hey, I forgot to do my mascara. So I'm taking my Full Effect I had to skip ahead because I put quite a good amount of mascara on. I don't use fake lashes because I feel like my eyelashes are thick and long enough. I also don't put anything on my eyebrows either because they're pretty thick and full, and I actually have a hard time taming them. So I keep them arched, but I don't add anything to them when I do my makeup. And now I'm taking my Remington flat iron. I got this flat iron from Walmart. I don't know why I was making that face. Maybe it was kind of hot. I do have it on the highest setting, 455, and that's okay. If you don't leave the flat iron on your hair too long, you just want to quickly go over it. But I make sure I go into the roots and hit those 3 times and then bring it down over the ends of my hair 3 times. 3 passes with the flat iron. And I'm just taking sections and flat ironing my hair. I'll have to tell you a few stories about my hair regimen and my hair journey another day. But today is about just getting ready and making my first makeup tutorial / get ready with me video. See that? That was 3 passes. In the roots 3 times. Down over my ends 3 times. And I kind of start debating here, like, should I just do which would be easier, which is to brush my hair back and put my head scarf on, my little headband that looks like a scarf on, or should I do a part down the middle? And then I started thinking, hey, but my hair is going to keep falling in my face. That's going to be annoying. I want to walk around and talk to my family here at Thanksgiving without my hair falling in my face. So I kind of went back and forth a few times, but then my nephew came in with my plate and I kind of realized I had been doing my hair way too long. So I just brushed it back and flat ironed and put my scarf on. So that was my first get ready with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see more, let me know. If you have any questions, leave them below. And for me, it was enjoyable, so I think I might try it again and maybe do a different look. And thank you for watching. So this was me before I got ready in the morning. Head scarf on, no makeup. I washed my face, put a Pond's moisturizer on. All of my clothes that I wore today, including that ice cream shirt came from Ashley Stewart. Headband from Walmart. This dress I got from Ashley Stewart online. And I was very happy with the end results. I got my smoky eye, I got my blush, I got my lips, I got my pink. And I hope you enjoyed. And please don't forget to subscribe, like the video by hitting the thumbs up button. Leave a nice comment or a question. Please be nice. And come back and see me. Bye.